Okay, so let's go inside the ropes at the Canyons with Brian Talley, the PGA Director of Golf, and Brent Williamson, the head pro. I'm here with Brian Talley at the Canyons at Blackjack Ridge, and this may be the most unique golf course that I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of golf courses out there. So, Brian, thanks for accommodating me today.
Thanks for
sitting
down
and talking with me for a few moments here. So, how would you describe this course to someone who's never been here?
Very uncharacteristic of golf courses in Oklahoma.
Sure is.
Most people think that we're pretty flat. Oklahoma's plains and flat earth everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of in this little niche around the Arkansas River with the hills and the valleys that typically you wouldn't normally see golf courses.
You told me the story a little bit earlier, but what's the story behind the Canyons?
Golf course was built in 1953. Started out as a country club, Osage Hills Country Club.
Mm-hmm.
Was ran by a couple of different individuals, and ended up they were running slot machines, one-armed bandits upstairs in the bar area, and the ATF shut them down in the late 60s, and it sat empty or dormant for a couple of years, and then the city procured some federal green bond money and opened it back up in 1971. So it's owned by the city of Sand Springs, and it's operated by my manager. We've kind of just been a hidden gem, local. A lot of people that know about it don't want to talk about it.
I can see why.
So it's kind of a neat little hidden gem just outside of Tulsa, downtown Tulsa, that we have gained a lot of recognition in probably about the last 10 or 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
For both playing conditions, uniqueness, character, and things like that just aren't easy to replicate.
So what would you call the signature hole for the Canyons?
Signature holes probably are number 12,
Mm-hmm.
par 3. It's a 165-yard par 3, plays about 135. There's an elevation change of just under 200 feet.
Yeah.
So very unique, very picturesque. The backdrop is set with views of downtown Tulsa,
Mm-hmm.
Looking in from the west. So it's got a lot of character to it, and like I said, you just don't get a cliff hole par 3 drop offs like that just anywhere.
What's the hidden gem hole or holes?
Probably my favorite golf hole is number 7. A little bit of it is because I kind of redesigned that and reworked that hillside, bringing in that water, that creek area with
Mm-hmm.
the pond, and doing all the runoffs that it would penalize you or help you out if you hit good shots or bad shots. So that's kind of one of my favorite holes. I think it's beautiful. First thing in the morning, if you're looking across that pond, hitting an approach shot into there, and the water line coming right up there to the fringe of the green and stuff, I think it really has a good look to it.
Yeah, I got a chance to take a look at that last night, and it was a beautiful hole. Just a beautiful. What do you think surprises a first-time visitor to this course?
Just how much topography change that we have.
Mm-hmm.
There's only maybe 2 holes that have a flat lie anywhere. Almost every shot that you'll hit on this golf course is, other than your tee shots, there is some type of elevation change.
Mm-hmm. What's the best time to visit and play this course?
Tuesdays and Thursdays are probably our slowest time of the week.
Okay.
The time of year, it's very beautiful to play in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
We do have Bermuda greens. We switched over to Bermuda greens in 2020. So they do go dormant sometime after Halloween.
Okay.
So they're still playable. There's nothing wrong with them, but they're just, the coloration and things with Oklahoma, Bermuda going dormant, just not as beautiful. Springtime is nice, but it does take a little longer for the golf course to come into growth. Even though you get springtime warm temperatures and things like that, we don't really get to really growing until April or May. If you like playing and it's warm, summertime the golf course is superb.
Yes.
Being all Bermuda, the greens are firm, quick. They roll really, really true. So,
So we're sitting here looking behind us. We've got number 18 green, and I spent some time in 18 fairway next to this big sculpture of this big black lab called Jack. And I think I told you that a black lab means a lot to me because I had one that I lost several years ago. But tell me the story about Jack.
My superintendent of about, his name's Nick Neal, had a golden lab, loves animals, but we had a Canadian goose problem when he took over, or when he came to work for me about 14 years ago.
Okay.
And with all the water and all the, there's not a lot of homes on the golf course or anything like that. So the geese kind of migrate here and like hanging out. So he's like, hey, I've got to get rid of these things. And obviously, we didn't want to do any kind of killing of the geese.
Right.
So he's like, hey, do you mind if I bring in a dog? And I'm like, no, as long as the dog is, taken care of, you make sure, it's not going to mess with customers and bark and all that stuff. And he shows up with this 6-month-old black lab. And I was like, okay. And Jack is what he ended up calling him for Canyons of Blackjack Ridge. He calls him Jack. And that dog ended up being the best mascot fixture on this golf course. People today still, Jack passed away earlier this year at the age of 13 or 14, we weren't exactly sure. But he would hang out, interject with people all over the place, hang out. I mean, he lived here. He never left the premises the whole time he was here. So he had his own little room back there in the back, and was inside and was very well taken care of by both staff, Nick, and then also with customers.
Gotcha. Okay. And I understand that it was during a storm that he basically didn't come back.
That's exactly
right. And found him down in a creek.
Yep.
And he'd been having seizures.
Yes.
Which is very common. Mine seized out as well. And I guess he was next to a tree down. And then I believe the story I heard was that a member commissioned somebody to take that tree and carve that statue out there.
Exactly right. So the tree actually had fallen, and the trunk of the tree was so massive that we didn't have any equipment that could move it.
Okay.
And it had been down since the Father's Day storm. We had a big storm blow through here on Father's Day. And so it was down. We had it all chopped up with the exception of about 8 or 10 foot of the main trunk line. And one of the really good members, he just passed away, unfortunately. One of his best friends is a artist, chainsaw artist.
Okay.
And he's like, hey, I want to do this memorial for Jack. And I'm like, absolutely. And so we commissioned, and Jack was still alive at the time. And so he commissioned the lovely art piece that we have there on the hillside on 18, right next to the highway, so that you can clearly see it from the road as you drive by. You don't even have to play golf to notice it. They did some of the news stations did some really nice stories about it and everything while Jack was still with us. And now that Jack's gone, it's just even that much more impressive to see it sitting out there.
Absolutely. What are you most proud of about the Canyons?
The golf course, when I started here in 1991, was known as Goat Hill. The goat connotation came from the golf course had lots of rocks, very little grass. You kind of had to move around. You might move 30 or 40 feet to find a patch of grass. It was just a very, very minimalist kind of golf course back in the day, in the early 90s. And to see it today, I just I'm very proud to say that I did this, or I did this, or I helped with this, or we campaigned and made this stuff happen, because it is today a very, very fun, not real difficult. It is a shot maker's course, but it's only 6,300 yards from the back tees. But it has a lot of character that golf courses just don't have anymore, and it's all natural. We have bluffs and cliffs and creeks and all kinds of big natural rock outcroppings and stuff that you just can't replicate that today at any cost.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you had 30 seconds to persuade the traveling golfer to come by and play the course, what would you tell the traveling golfer?
It's a great stop. It's fun. You could have the worst round of your life or the best round of your life, depending on how accurate you're playing that day. The golf course has a very good ability to play really well, but it also, if you hit the ball everywhere, it's going to penalize you dramatically.
Great. Well, I just want to say thank you very much for sitting down with me and doing this quick little interview. And also want to thank you for hosting us.
Absolutely.
I know that it's a little bit different when you get a call from somebody saying, hey, here's what I'm going to do. So thank you very, very much.
You're very welcome, sir.
All right. Okay, I'm sitting down with Brent Williamson, the head pro at the Canyons at Blackjack Ridge. So, Brent, thanks for taking some time out of your day.
Time, absolutely.
I appreciate it. Let me ask you, how would you describe this course to someone who has never seen it or played it?
I would describe it as, if you're looking for something very unique in the Tulsa area, I mean, it's very similar to the Patriot. We have a lot of undulation, a lot of hills. If you go play all the city courses in Tulsa area, it's going to be very flat, not a lot of hills. But ours is unique to where it's not long, but it's challenging as you're heading up a hill, down a hill.
Yep.
Number 12, you played that. You saw that it was 125 feet down. You can't even see the green because there's so much stuff. But every hole is very unique in its own little challenge to where even if you get it on the green, there's slope on the green and the scenery is unreal. And you get the downtown view pretty much on half your holes. So.
Oh, absolutely. That was beautiful this morning whenever I arrived, being able to see all of that.
All the nature, all the wildlife. I mean, it's super go in town, you're just not going to get that. So
absolutely agree with you on that. So tell me about your story with this course.
So I was at Forest Ridge. I don't know if you've heard of that, but I was there for 8 years. I started off from maintenance and then I got in the golf business as assistant golf professional. Right around when COVID was kind of ending, I finished my PGA program. I became a certified PGA member. And I had an opening here because their head pro just left to go be a fitter. So it was perfect timing. Brian knew my old GM as well. So it was just a perfect match. And when I came here, the course wasn't open just yet.
Right.
Because it was 6 years ago. We were just getting ready to open for reno. So the whole building was still a little under construction, but that's basically how I started. And I never was on a course with Champion Bermuda like we have right now.
Okay.
So everything, a cool story about here is everything from 40 yards and in is brand new.
Okay.
So in all the bunkers, we did better Billy bunkers. They had the really old with the netting. So they redid every bunker, put the white sand in that they got from, I believe, Florida. And so everything from 40 yards and in is brand new, which is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. And it's in fabulous shape.
And our next project is to hopefully we only have single row irrigation right now.
Right.
So just right down the middle, it can only get so far, can't get on the trees. So our next project hopefully is to get at least double so we can get even more. But this year's been great with all the rain. So
yeah, the rain has helped. And of course, with all the rain that you've had this year and last year, the course is still in fabulous shape because you get a lot of washout with them.
And that's another thing. Shout out to James, our superintendent. This is he's a little over 2 years now. He's never been on Bermuda greens, but he graduated from Oklahoma State in their program. Okay. And he's got a lot of connections, and he's unbelievable. Yeah,
the greens were in fabulous
unbelievable
shape. So, what do you consider the signature hole for the Canyons?
Well, I mean, everyone knows it. I would probably say it's number 12.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone loves a cliff hole. You drive down, all through the trees to get down there. Multiple stories of good and bad on that hole. Hole-in-ones, wreck carts. I mean, I think personally my favorite hole, I love 12. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I think either on 10, you can see straight downtown. The view is amazing. 12's good, you can see, or like I said this morning, 11 green is just you're even closer to downtown and you get the whole skyline. It's but I would say if you were to talk to everyone, their favorite hole is number 12, for sure.
Yep. And so you would say, if I said, tell me what your 2 or 3 hidden gem holes are, you'd say what?
Hidden gem holes. Well,
underrated.
Yeah, I think it just depends on the golfer you are. Like number 11 is that short little dog leg. You can play it many ways. You can take the corner and hit right on the green. You can hit a 5-iron down there.
Mm-hmm.
There's each hole is very different. To if you slice it, if you draw it, you don't have to be. I like out here. You don't have to hit it long,
Right.
and still be able to play a good round. Instead of some of these other courses, you're playing 68, 6,900. Ours is only, I believe, 59 or 6,100 from the tips.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of brings in everyone. So you don't have to hit it far because you can only hit it 200 yards and still be able to hit the green again.
Yep.
But like I said, you might have a severe side slope or severe uphill or downhill. So that's what makes it fun. It's because each lie is so different from hole to hole. It's not like you just hit it down the middle, flat lie, hit on the green.
Yeah, I had the only flat lies I had today were when I was on the tee box and occasionally on the green.
Right? And maybe on a fringe somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think surprises a first-time visitor?
One thing that surprises people for sure is the view of downtown because they don't realize how good it is. They step up and like, holy smokes. Or when they get in their carts and they turn and they look left and you can just see I see people all the time on the putting green, and multiple times I'll go out to number 10 in like big groups just to take their picture because I love having that view. I think most people are surprised with how nice the facility is and how new it feels to us. 6 years old, it still is new, but people all the time come in and be like, wow, I didn't even know this was this nice. Or we try to pride ourselves on being very customer friendly. And because some golf courses you just go there, it's very dry and there's not very good personalities, but we try to everyone's different, and we try to mold ourselves to each customer to make it as fun for them as we can.
I got to say, you were very accommodating this morning when I showed up, not knowing that I was going to be here. And you're like, oh, okay, no problem. Does James know about that? You
Right.
Backside?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. And,
Right.
But you all adapted real quickly, and you're like, hey, while you're waiting around, run out to number 11 green. That's the money shot. So
absolutely.
It was the money shot. So when's the best time to visit and play this course?
I would say for me personally, the fall is easily the most beautiful time to come out here. Probably around October-ish when the leaves start to change and you get all the different, because you saw how many trees we have. You get every different kind of colored tree out there. The greens are going to be really good. We have Bermuda greens, so in the summer, obviously, that's when they're at the best because they're growing all the time. But they're good year round. But I think for views and everything, the fall golf is unbelievable out here, really. I think anywhere in Oklahoma when you play in the fall, good weather, all the trees are changing. Football.
Yeah.
It's hard. And we have what, 6 or 7 85-inch TVs around here in a patio that you can just sit on back there and enjoy football after you get done. So, and Holly's good in the grill. Her food's really good. So it's hard to beat.
And then we're sitting in the banquet room right now, and we've got 4 or 5 TVs in here as well. So does this get full sometimes on the weekends?
During football season, like I said, we have the patio that has 2 85-inch TVs. It'll fill up out there. The people will come in here. We'll turn on the TVs for them. It's pretty popping around here.
Nice.
A typical weekend out here, we do right around 700 rounds, which is crazy.
Wow.
So if you weekend as in Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. All right.
So if on Friday, Saturday, Sundays, we average around 200 to 210 players a day.
Wow.
So it's pretty crazy for sure.
What are you most proud of about the Canyons?
I think I would say I'm most proud that when I first got here, and especially Brian, he's been here for so long, but we kind of just built up everyone that we hired to kind of all be in the same goal. And like I said, make everyone happy, make people have fun when they come here. And we pride ourselves on being really fun. Having people come here and be like, man, I really want to go back. Not even in some places, your course doesn't have to be perfect to have people come back.
Right.
They just want to have fun. So I think I'm most proud of how we've carry ourselves, and especially how we've turned the course around, because we got a bad review about 4 years ago when we got our brand new greens. they didn't do the soil underneath right. So it
Okay.
took a couple years to get them back.
Mm-hmm.
So we had people, we had to shut down for a year, resprig. And I think we're proud that, we've gotten this course looking as good as it really can right now. It's unbelievable right now. So I'm really proud on just our employees kind of stepping up and being just a good environment for everyone. And also like not having a ton of outside staff and having the course that we have is, I love it.
Excellent. It is in fabulous shape, and you should be proud of the turnaround. And you all do make it fun.
And for the bang for the buck too. During the week you're paying $33 or $43 to play a course like this, and that includes card. That's just insane. It really is.
Yeah, it's an incredible value for a golfer. So if you had 30 seconds to convince a traveling golfer, they're traveling, they're coming through Tulsa, you got 30 seconds to tell them this is why you need to come see us.
Well, we're only 8 minutes away from downtown Tulsa. So if you're looking to have stuff besides golf when you're here, you can go downtown. There's all the restaurants downtown. You have baseball. You have, if you're a casino person, we have a small casino 3 minutes away from here. We've already talked about the course. So, I would love for you guys to come out and just see the views in person and play the course in person. But if you're looking at stuff outside of golf, like Sand Springs is a great little town. But if you want even more amenities, you're about 7 minutes away from downtown. You can stay down there and have a heck of a weekend, really.
Yeah, it's a great place because you are less than 10 minutes away from downtown Tulsa, which is a great area. You get all of that. The course is absolutely worth the stop.
Right.
The
lake. We had the lake. It's 15 minutes away from here.
It's absolutely worth the stop. And I've been blessed to play a lot of golf courses in my years of playing golf, and this is one of the most unique experiences I've ever seen. And it's in great shape. You get great views. So,
we appreciate that.
Thank you so very, very much for getting me out on the course today. And thank you for your hospitality, and thank you for taking time.
Anytime, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Glad you came out.
Yep. I'm Scott. This is Routes and Rounds. I'll see you next round.